Hi and welcome to another coaching video from Goalkeeping UK. Gone straight into it with James and Curtis here. Just asking them both to just roll the ball with their right hand, which is these guys' favoured hands. Just roll the ball into the mid area of the other keeper. Nice little catch, not worried about how they catch it, just getting used to the roll. What we'll then do, obviously, after they've done 10 of these each, we'll get them to replicate the roll with their left hand into the same area. Obviously, it's not as easy for their weaker hands. As you can see, Curtis has struggled with the first couple here, but soon pulls it back together. Just ask them to just make sure replicating with the other hand, your weaker hand, is always good, especially from an early age. You can get your keepers to actually replicate exactly what they're doing with their stronger hand and their weaker hand. They'll be a better keeper for it. When they've done those 20, we've asked them to take a little step back. So they're now about 7 or 8 yards apart. We're asking just another roll underarm into the midriff area for a nice comfortable cup catch. Obviously, we're using the favoured hands now, a bit more power, a bit more accuracy, making sure the ball goes into the midriff, top of the chest area, just for a nice cup. You see James now indicating to Curtis he's actually going to be throwing the ball a little bit higher. So now going into what would be obviously the W catch. What's been good through all of these catches they've been doing through these routines is they've actually been keeping their set and starting positions. So the set position, obviously, feet shoulder width apart, knees slightly bent, puts a little bit of weight on the front of the foot, elbows by the sides, but obviously arms a little bit forward, and both of these keepers like to have their palms facing down in their set position. And you see, if they're needing to take a jump, they're taking the jump. Okay, last part of this part of the warm-up. What we do is we just go on to a free-for-all kick. So it's a volley or a half volley. I prefer a volley from this distance, a bit more power behind the ball, a bit more match realistic. What we're obviously asking the keepers to do is take their choice, put it into the other keeper's hands in front of the face for a W, into the midsection for a cup, or if they want to, they could easily drop it sneakily onto the floor, side foot it for the keeper to make a nice comfortable save on the floor, whether it be a save down a low collapsing or whether it be a scoop or a collapsing scoop. Obviously keepers even could miss kick this, and I think that happens in this video, and you'll see that obviously keepers are nice and alert because of their set positions. There you go, a nice scoop there from James, and he collapsed on it. Kurt tried to do the same, but obviously what he's done there, he's actually been very good, and he's actually made the reaction save and made the second save when needed, as he would in a match. Nice little bit of up and over here, or over and under. It depends what people call it. Everyone calls it something different. I call it over and under. Keepers just basically got 2 balls, 1 each, and they throw the ball from about 4 or 5 yards apart. 3 times over the top for the first keeper, and then 3 times over the top for the second keeper. Make it a little bit harder, a little bit wider of a distance for the 2 of them. So about 7 yards apart now. And what we do, Kurt will start with 3 balls over the top. And there's a little bit more power, but the main part of this exercise is hand-eye coordination. It may be fun, but it's very important. You need to be able to see which way the ball is coming from. You're releasing the ball, and obviously you've then got to focus quickly on where your ball's going. I like this exercise. It's the kind of exercise I just let going when they're in a rhythm. Just keep it going and keep it going. Don't stop it until they'll eventually make a mistake, and then they'll have to stop anyway, as they have there. Moving back into the cones now, what we're doing now is just going to replicate a low collapsing save exercise. Now you can use this as part of the warm-up, as we are here at a low tempo, so as you can see Kurt's not rushing everything, or you can bring it into a proper drill and really put the keeper through their paces and make them do it at a lot faster pace. Just for the exercise for this video, we're going to get Curtis just to do this twice. Obviously what we'd normally do is we'd get him to do it 3 times, maybe 4, on his left, which he's doing this side, and then we get him to replicate that on the opposite side, on his stronger side, on his right. And then obviously you'd rotate the keepers after you've done that, so Curtis would serve James. But for the point of this exercise, and for the video, for the time, we're actually just going to do it twice, and we're not rushing through the paces. Okay, so next part video we're going to go to Curtis's right, but we're going to do it as a collapsing save, not a low collapsing. So it's going to be a diving save, so it'll be a low dive or maybe even a high dive. So what Kurt's doing here is obviously starting from his right. So he's walking up the left hand side of the cone, set, and down to his right. Again, exactly the same as we said before, on these videos you'd actually normally do this 3 or 4 times down one side and then you'd copy it on the other side. So you'd mirror everything that you're doing and then you'd obviously rotate the keepers. One of the most important things to do, make sure, as we did on our other videos, is make sure you take on plenty of fluids while you're doing these. It's part of the warm-up. It's always good to keep the fluids going. So you see a set position and then takes the save. So he comes through the gate, set, and down. It's as simple as that. We're not rushing everything. We're just having a nice little warm up, which is why we're walking back in between the sets. I'd like to take this time to thank you for watching the video, and I hope the videos we put on here are helpful to you and any keepers that you may coach or work with or play with. And obviously for more videos and any coaching equipment or any coaching goods or gloves and tops and pads, check out our website www.goalkeepinguk.com. And thank you for watching the video.